Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast. I hope you guys are doing well today. Y'all, today I want to talk to you really quickly about something. Me and one of my girlfriends, we caught up. I hadn't talked to her for a long time. And she was mentioning something to me, and it really just kind of settled in my spirit. And like maybe a day or two later, I had to text her and say, sis, I need to talk about this on my podcast. And all she did was mention this one particular word, and it got the wheels turning. And I really felt like at this time when this was posted that it was going to be necessary for somebody at the time to hear. It's going to be some type of inspiration for you. But she talked about Lodebar. If you don't know what Lodebar is, I want you to, when you get a chance, go read in the Old Testament about Mephibosheth. And Lodebar was basically considered a low place in the Bible. Okay. Some other ways to describe it. Basically, no communication, no words, no pasture. So basically just an unfruitful space. Okay, so some of you may feel like you are in Lodebar right now. You may feel like you are in a low place. You may feel like there is no pasture. You feel like there are no words coming from God. You feel like there is no communication. You feel like whatever you've been doing, not only does the low place feel even lower than normal, but you feel like you can't even keep your head above water. In addition to that, some of you are asking, I don't even know how I got here. You know, in your attempts to live your best life, you ended up in Lodebar, right? So I just wanted to be a bit of encouragement for you now to let you know that, let me tell you something, Lodebar is temporary if you want it to be. You can either stay and you can either plant yourself there, or you can keep it moving. What I would suggest to you is, first of all, ask yourself before anything else, God, do you have me in Lodebar? Because I will tell you something. There will be times in your life when God is trying to get you something really, really big, that he will present a bunch of little uncomfortable things to you in the process. And sometimes that's just to see if your heart is pure. Sometimes God will allow you to stay in a place called Lodebar because he knows that if he puts you in a high place, you won't be able to handle it, or you might abuse it, or you may not be ready. Instead of backsliding, you might be front sliding, meaning you get there too soon. You get the blessing, the platform, the fame, the notoriety, whatever it is you need too soon. So if you feel like, you know, I feel like I'm in a low place. I feel like I'm not getting any communication from God. I feel like whenever I'm trying to get close to him, something happens, and I feel like I just can't get out of this place. I want you to consider that perhaps your place of Lodebar is a preparation for you and is going to thrust you into the next place. Now, let me tell you this before I close. You have a choice, because once God tells you what it is, okay, you can decide to stay there and sulk, or you can keep it moving. And once God makes it plain to you what that journey is going to be for you, because here's the thing, y'all, it's not going to be for everybody. That's the thing you have to know. It's not going to be for everybody. It's going to be very specific to what it is that you need. It's not going to be about anyone else. It's just going to be for what you need. And in the season of being in a low place, in the season of no pasture, in the season of no communication. And check this out. For those of you who have been getting communication, you have been hearing words, but they're not making sense. You can't connect the dots. You keep pulling and striving and reaching, trying to find people, tell people, talk to people about it. Let me tell you something. God gonna keep shutting those doors, because there's some things he don't want you to talk to other people about. You need to talk to him yourself. He's not going to direct you to somebody to talk to you about something that you really have not talked to him about first. You can say, no, I've been praying, but okay, if you pray, a part of praying is listening. So have you prayed and then gotten quiet and listened instead of spilling it all out to him, telling him about all these things that's going on that you don't like, and then you say, I'm going to go hurry up and call somebody else, or I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that, I'm going to quit this job, I'm going to leave this place. I need you to think about, if you are in Lodebar, perhaps you could be extending your time there because you are not giving God a chance to tell you what he wants from you. Y'all, a lot of times when it comes to things not moving and things feeling pretty low, if God is hindering it or preventing it from happening, it may not have to do with anything that you're thinking, and your energy and your focus could be in a complete wrong space. Perhaps this is more about God trying to do something in you and through you versus for you. But this is where you have to decide. You're going to say, okay, you know what? I need to make this about God and what he's telling me to do, and not about what I think it should be. So at the end of the day, if you are in your Lodebar, if you are in that place, if you are reading about Mephibosheth and you are really trying to understand where this is God has you, I want you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you recognize this is where you are and you want to go higher, allow God to take you there. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at I'mWiredToInspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to I'mWiredToInspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again, and see you next time.